Hi, this is Brett Beamer from Software Media, and I'm finishing up one of the videos in the series on using Zemanta, Inbound Writer, and Scribe SEO all together. Done a number of videos in this series already showing you how to use the other tools, and in this one we're going to go through how to use Zemanta. In this case, I've already installed Zemanta. I start off looking at the same article that we've been working on. In this case, Zemanta says it's inactive because we need to be in visual mode. Doesn't work in HTML mode in WordPress. I've got Inbound Writer going on as well as Scribe as well, which I've already done some work in. So I'm going to turn on the visual editor. We're going to wait for Zemanta to do some analysis on the text in our article. Right from go, a number of things start to kick off. And I'm actually going to expand this editing block so that we can see a few additional things. Now, Zemanta analyzes what you've written, and in this case, I've got about 1,425 words in this article that's been growing and getting perfected as we move along. And there's a couple specific things that I'm looking for from Zemanta for this article. One, I want an image to kind of sum things up or something that I can at least use as my featured image. And I'm talking about blog, and I'm talking about copywriting, talking about SEO copywriting at that. So I'm also going to be looking for some related articles. It's a little tricky in that I'm actually covering 3 different topics. This is a complex blog article. It's not a simple 200 or 300 word type thing, and that's not always easy for Zemanta to be able to handle. It likes to find a one specific thing and go from there. We're going to see if we can nail this down a little bit and come up with something that fits. One of the nice things about using Zemanta is that it does ultimately help you finding images that you do have a license to use. Let's take a look at some of the initial previews and see if any of these are close. I kind of like that funnel. Not the best thing for this particular article, but it's possibly in the right direction. Too bad. Liven this article up a little bit. Let's see, following that same train of thought, let's go down to one of the sections that talks about Zemanta. See if we can find one of those Zemanta looking links. There's plugins. I did see a Zemanta reference in here. Have one. And that's not too bad. And I do kind of like that on the right. And we'll leave the caption in too. The more I look at that infographic, the more I kind of like it. So I'm going to go ahead and add that on the right. Let's turn to another thing that Zemanta does fairly well. To do that, I want to make sure that I'm at the very bottom of my article. I come down here, and I've got some videos down here. I'm not quite done with those, but I do want to make sure I'm at the bottom. And I want to add a quick subheader. I'm going to make it an H5. Other articles from around the web. I'm going to put start here just to make sure I've got something to select on with all these div tags and embed codes and things like that. Sometimes it gets a little confusing. Go to the end of that line, hit return. I'm coming down in here and I want to specifically look for some of the articles that I might be able to give some little link love to. See if any of these are on topic. So if we take a look at this, they come in a bullet list, which is nice. I'd prefer to have them in a numbered list myself. And you'll notice that Zemanta throws in something called related articles. I prefer to have my own unique header there. So I'm going to pop that out. I'm going to say 10 more articles from the web, SEO, and interactive writing tool. And we'll leave it tools, plural. So I'm definitely happy with that. I did notice too, I've got an option to come in here and tag a couple things. Artificial intelligence plugins, interactive blogging tools, copywriting, SEO copywriting, premium services. Sure, I like all of those. So we'll add those into the mix. At the end of the day, it looks like I'm going to the old-fashioned way of creating my own image for the featured image, but at least as we look at this article now, it fills out significantly with the number of images. Now, if you look at my homepage though, there's that one critical piece missing, and that's the featured image. This particular article goes from here, and it's got a brief summary here, but there's no featured image like my other articles. Nothing zippy to get someone to actually come in and read that article. So that's my next step.